Well, g'day everybody. We're here on a fabulous spring morning in Circle Street in the Derwent Valley. Beautiful, sun's out, everything's starting to grow. We're here today talking to our fantastic, world famous, well maybe not world famous, but locally famous gardener, Sandra. Welcome, Sandra, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Very good. So the point of this video today is actually, Sandra and I had a bit of a conversation recently about food security. And obviously COVID restrictions when we were in COVID lockdown, how hard it was to get fresh fruit and vegetables, how hard it was to sort of sustain yourselves with food. Over a long period of time I've had discussions with different people in the community about food security and creating our own gardens in the community, and community gardens. So we do have one, but I talked to Sandra and she has a passion of growing vegetables and all sorts of things, plants, and obviously our gardens look really good around the community. So we talked about putting some edible gardens in our local council gardens. So here today to have a chat to Sandra. How did you go, Sandra? You enjoyed putting the garden in?
Yeah, no, I'm really passionate about growing fruit as well. So we have berries at the back. There's a thornless loganberry in the middle and two boysenberries, which people will be able to come and pick and eat as they see them on the vine. Or if we have plentiful supplies, we can people can just make jams and things out of them. Just come and grab what they require. At the front we have parsley. So if you're cooking a meal and you only want a little sprig, rather than going to the supermarket and buying a whole big bunch that you may waste some, we place these here so people can just come and grab a few pieces. There's rosemary here if you're cooking lamb. You only really need 3 or 4 sprigs, so they will be quite large in a few weeks, so they'll be ready to pick. Well, they're ready to pick now if you want a few sprigs. The rest is colourful spinach, which you can make a nice spinach pesto out of, which 2 cups will get you a lovely pesto. You can use walnuts rather than the pine nuts, which are far cheaper. And in the front we will be putting coriander when the weather improves. We're still getting frost and things.
So Sandra, you're passionate about gardening, obviously, because everybody can see it here in the Derwent Valley. Since you come on board, the gardens have just taken off and they look beautiful, and people love their gardens out here in the valley. You're also passionate about food security, and I think you do privately. You do some preserving and jams and different things as well. So is this something that excites you as well, being able to come to work and share that with the community?
You know, it does, because a lot of people appreciate that we're doing this, and also it's really healthy to come and just get it fresh, rather than you don't know where it's come from. You can see it's here. We're not going to spray it with any chemicals or anything, so that the freshness of it's assured. And I just think that it's a great idea of the Mayor's to do this for the people.
And I think what we can do moving forward as well, we talked about it earlier, is actually teach people, you know, if they're not quite sure or confident of growing their own vegetables or herbs or fruit, how easy it actually is to do it in your own garden. So we will do some and we'll showcase how to do it, and people can come and talk to you, obviously not for too long because you're very busy, but if people are here and you're doing some gardening, you're happy to give a few tips and things like that?
Yeah, I am, because you can dehydrate these parsleys before they die down. People can take them and just dry them in their oven, and then they've got them for later if they don't require them now. So that would also save waste.
So we can potentially partner with yourself and with other people who do that in the valley as well, and put some tips and tricks on our council website as well. So, well, thank you, and I like your passion, and we've got some plans for some more gardens. We haven't got a policy in place yet, so we've sort of got to keep it a little bit sort of localised here, but I'm planning on putting an edible garden policy up into the future to council for consideration, so we can look at doing these, but also expanding to either edible road verges and trying to get rid of some of that concrete and pavement sort of type look as well. So what's the next? You've got one more planned around the other side?
On the other side in the sun. This one's less, there's not a lot of sun on this side, so we had to plan accordingly. On the other side we'll have a lot of sun, which will mean chilies and a lot of tomato plants. And with the botanical gardens, tomato plant sale coming, we'll be able to get some interesting different tomato plants in around there. Also, we're thinking of putting garlic in around our roses, because that's companion planting, and then people can use the garlic that we're using to benefit our plants. So.
Yeah, great. So, and actually, just on that, you touched on the marrying of different fruit and vegetables that actually help your general garden as well. So we're going to probably try and do a little bit of that into the future as well. Yeah,
well, it's saves pests. We'll get a lot of aphid. The garlic will stop that. Also, marigolds, we can eat them as well. If we've got seedlings coming up in our nursery of marigolds. People can eat them in salads. and we can use them to rid the aphids off plants. So.
Well, very good. Thanks for your passion. I know everybody loves the work that you're doing, because I see lots of social media comments. People comment to me all the time in the community about how fantastic our gardens look. And I know it's only yourself and Chris in the garden team, is that right?
A lot of the other guys do have a little have input as well, so it's a team effort.
Yeah, well, great. Well, you're all doing a fantastic job. So there you have it, everybody. Our first edible garden here at the Derwent Valley Council, out the front of the old courthouse. We'll let people know down the track when you can come and pick some and grab some. It's basically free. You can come and grab it. As Sandra said, now the rosemary's ready. If you just want a sprig, just come and take a sprig. Make sure you leave a bit for everybody else, take what you need. Look, it's all about food security, making sure that people understand and know where fresh fruit and vegetables come from, and herbs and those types of things, and how to actually do it yourself as well. So it's something that we really want to have a bit of a commitment for our community, because we think it's great for us to eat healthy and grow your own, and look after yourself and be self-sustaining. So look out for a few more videos and a few more chats with Sandra.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Cheers.